This is a foundation question on disease. Please pause the video here and have a go. Once you think you've got the answers right, press play and I'll explain what the answers are and how is the best way of thinking about these questions. So, microorganisms can cause disease. Now I know microorganisms are too small to be seen with the naked eye. You need a microscope to see your microorganisms. And I know that there are different types of microorganism that can cause disease. So I'm starting to get my brain thinking about these particular topics in order to help me answer the question. Draw one line from each disease to the correct description. Now it's really important that we follow the instructions and we read the instructions carefully so that we answer the question in the correct way. If we don't look at these instructions carefully enough, we could think that each one of these needs to be linked with each one of these diseases. Whereas reading the instructions carefully mean one of those boxes goes with HIV, one goes with malaria and one goes with salmonella, leaving 3 boxes that don't go with either. So let's start with HIV. Now from my lessons I know that HIV is a virus, I know that it is sexually transmitted. So let's see what types of comments we've got on this side that could go with our HIV. Can be spread by not washing hands thoroughly. Well, we know it can't be that one because we know it's sexually transmitted. Can increase the chance of infections such as pneumonia. What did HIV stand for? Human immunodeficiency virus. It could be that one. Let's make sure that that is the right choice by not just stopping there but reading the others as well and seeing if they apply to HIV. Part of the life cycle includes an insect. Nope, sexually transmitted disease. Spread by coughs and sneezes. That applies to this one too. Treated. We know it's treated with drugs, not stem cells or fungicides. So yes, it does have to increase the chance of infection such as pneumonia. So we're going to link this one up here. Malaria. Now malaria is a disease that is transmitted from person to person using a vector, which is your insect. We know there is an insect one. Let's just check that that's the right one. Can be spread by not washing hands thoroughly. No. Part of the life cycle includes an insect. Well, a mosquito is an insect. Let's just check the others. Spread by coughs and sneezes. No. It's treated with a medicine, not stem cells or fungicides. So we're going to link this box here with this box here. Salmonella, which is basically food poisoning. It's food poisoning because bacteria from your hands or from the air gets onto normally meat. That's not cooked properly so the bacteria don't die and you manage to eat those bacteria which cause you a huge amount of problems. So, can be spread by not washing hands thoroughly. Yes, could be that one. Spread by coughs and sneezes, we know it's not that one. And it's treated with medicine again, although most of the time it is left for your body to sort itself out. So it's not treated by any of these. So we can link this one up to here. So we have linked these 3 boxes with each one with one of the boxes on that hand side. So, coronary heart disease or CHD. Coronary is just another word really for things that link with the heart. It's a non-communicable disease. CHD is caused when fatty material builds up in the coronary arteries. Those are the arteries that take blood to your heart. Your heart is a muscle. It needs oxygen and glucose in order to keep beating and make the blood travel around the rest of the body. So our first question, explain what a non-communicable disease is. we have two different types of disease, communicable and non-communicable. Coronary heart disease is non-communicable. A disease such as measles would be communicable. So we've got 2 marks here. The first thing about a non-communicable disease is that it is not caused by a pathogen. Measles is communicable, it is caused by a virus. So our first sentence, it is not caused by a virus or any other pathogen. Now we have to write 2 bullet points because we've got 2 marks down here. So not only is it not caused by a pathogen, also it cannot be passed from person to person. One person with heart disease cannot give another person heart disease. So we then have to say it is not passed from person to person. So the diagram below shows coronary artery of someone with CHD. So we can see here's the artery wall, here's the hole, it's called the lumen, in the artery where the blood flows through. We can see we've got fatty material here, so we've got a smaller lumen than we would normally have. I'm just going to push this up a bit. So if it has a smaller lumen, we can see that blood flow is going to be restricted or reduced. There's going to be less blood flowing through that artery because it hasn't got as much space. So the first thing we're going to say is that there is a reduced blood flow. Okay, there is a this has a reduced blood flow to the heart as we're describing this diagram here. Now blood has to go to the heart because it is a muscle, and in order for that muscle to release energy so that it can beat, respiration needs to occur, and in order for respiration to occur, those cells in the heart need oxygen and glucose from the blood. And we're going to pick up on oxygen, and so we're going to say that less oxygen reaches the heart. We're going to add the heart cells just to make it particularly scientific, but they would give you the mark if it was just heart. Therefore, as we have said, the heart cannot respire enough. Now looking at our command word, that means explain, and we haven't just described the fact that less blood is going to the heart, we've actually explained what that actually means. There's 3 bullet points, there's 3 points here. So those are your answers. I'm going to put the mark scheme underneath the visualizer just so that you can check the wording that you've got to see if you've got something that's slightly different and would it be accepted. So here is the first half, and please feel free to pause the video whilst this is under here so you can see it properly. And here is the second half of the question. Thank you.